woken up in the morning, looked outside, maybe there's snow on the ground, then took a look at the thermometer and thought, yikes, it's cold outside. Well, that's what happened to me this morning. I got up, poured myself a cup of coffee, looked at the thermometer, and it said 20. And for Northeast Ohio, that's not as cold as we're capable of being, but it's pretty cold. And I have a flock of about 25 chickens. And I say about because I suffer from chicken math, so we don't know the exact number of chickens in the coop. And I think they've got to be cold. But the reality is they're not. Chickens are really, really, really good at keeping themselves warm in cold temperatures. All of their feathers help them regulate their body temperatures, especially if they have a coop to go to keep out of the elements. So I thought to myself this morning, I've got to give them something warm. It's just going to make me feel better. And honestly, raising chickens is a lot like raising human kids. Every family does it differently. Every family has different rules. Every family has different diets, and we all choose what's best for our families. And that's how I feel about my flock. So I'm thinking I need to provide them something warm this morning. It's gonna make me feel better, and they deserve a treat. They've been pretty good about laying eggs. So I think, what about oatmeal? Oatmeal always warms me up on a cold day, but I've read mixed reviews whether it's okay to provide your flock oatmeal or not. So the question is, to oatmeal or not to oatmeal? So I did a little research like any good chicken mama would do. I found that oats are an excellent source of vitamins, protein, antioxidants, such as calcium, choline, copper, iron, magnesium, niacin, riboflavin, thiamine, and zinc. That's a whole lot of goodness in some little tiny oats. Doesn't seem too bad for me. The U.S. Department of Agriculture did a study and found that feeding chickens oatmeal has been shown to improve overall health. Doesn't sound too bad to me. By adding 3% ration of oats to your chicken's diet, you can reduce pecking and cannibalism, which are often things we deal with in the winter months due to coop fever. Kind of like cabin fever for those of us that can't get outside in the winter months. It has also been found that baby chicks can benefit from oats. Often adding ground raw oats to your chick feed can help clear up pasty butt, which can be life-threatening to little ones. If you live in an extremely cold climate and you're worried about frostbite, adding a few dashes of cayenne pepper to your oats can help improve circulatory system health by increasing blood flow to your chicken's comb and other extremities. Don't worry about it being too spicy for your birds, because chickens don't have as many taste buds as us humans, so they're not affected by the heat. Cinnamon is another great spice to add to your chicken's oatmeal, as it helps keep mucous membranes in check and supports respiratory health. After reading about all of the great benefits oatmeal has for my flock, I've decided my girls are getting a warm bowl this morning. So for my flock's oatmeal this morning, I just put some oats, quick cooking oats, into a cake pan that I don't use other than for treats for my chickens. And then I'm going to take some boiling water, not currently boiling, but hot enough to get the oats cooking. Give it a quick stir. There are so many things you can add to the oatmeal that your birds will love. If you have mealworms on hand, that's a great form of protein and chickens love them. I'm going to be using some blueberries we had picked earlier last year that I had in the freezer because it's what I have on hand. If you've got some peas or any other veggies, you can add those as well. Any other berries, even some cut up apple. So many yummy things you can add, but I'm gonna add some blueberries. And they're still a little partially frozen, but the water's warm enough to where it's going to defrost them, and then it's also going to cool down the oatmeal so it doesn't burn any beaks. And then I've decided to also add some cayenne pepper. We are due for some extremely cold temperatures, so I'm going to get the blood circulation going in my birds and add a few dashes of cayenne pepper. And then I'm also going to add some ground cinnamon. Not only is it yummy, but it's going to help support their respiratory health. So I'm going to mix this up, let it set a minute, and then I'm going to go out to the coop and give the ladies a treat. I hope you found this video helpful. We'd love to hear how you are coming up with fun oatmeal recipes for your flock. If you have any questions, feel free to chat us on the website, give us a call, or send us an email at info@meyerhatchery.com. Happy chickening!